Hello, hello. Can you hear me, Dad?
Yeah.
Can you turn it down a little
turn
bit?
this one down.
Hello, hello. Too loud?
Mm-hmm.
Still too loud? Turn it down a little bit. How about now? How about now? That's good?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Are we live? We're live. And thank you all for tuning in to the McLean County Sports Network. I am Aaron Ring, and joining us is a special guest. And before I introduce our special guest, it looks like we'll be doing the national anthem.
Good evening and welcome to Breckinridge County Middle School for the final games of the 7th and 8th grade GRVC tournament. Please join me in standing for the national anthem.
And we are back. As I was saying before, we are joined today by a special guest. With me, as usual, is Nate Carlock on the computer and Corbin Case on camera. And our special guest today, I've known quite a while, about 17 and a half years. He is my father, Nathan Ring. How are you today, Dad?
I'm doing great. Excited to be here. Excited for the Cougars. I think it's going to be a great ball game tonight.
The conclusion of the 8th grade game.
He's very nervous. This is his first time.
I am a little bit nervous. I'm not going to lie.
He's super excited about it. And it looks like we're going to do our starting lineups. Dad, I know you were wanting to do that.
All right, first starter for the Cougars tonight is number 21, Sarah Johnson. Number 43, Rachel Schutte will be in the center for us. Shelby Atherton, number 35. Guard, Katie McCoy, number 23. Other guard, number 25, Sarah Larkin. We will be playing Ohio County tonight, Ohio County Lady Eagles. We've actually faced them 2 times this season and defeated them both times we played them. We're hoping we repeat that success again tonight.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will, Dad. And yeah, I haven't watched many of the middle school Lady Cougar games yet, so I'm pretty excited for them.
Yes, we're very excited too. We've had an awesome 7th grade season. Final record, I believe, was 11-3. We haven't lost a district game yet, so we're super excited about that. We came to Breckinridge County on Saturday, where we were victorious. And then we had to come back on Monday night, or we had the opportunity to come back on Monday night, where we won again. We beat Butler County, and that got us to the championship game tonight. Well, everyone's super excited. The middle school had a pep rally this afternoon for both teams, which I was lucky enough to get to attend, and it was a nice atmosphere. And seems like we're getting ready to toss up here. I'm assuming that the Ohio County is going to be home on the scoreboard. Since they're in the white uniforms, they controlled the tip. It looks like Cougars are starting off in a man-to-man. We played man-to-man almost exclusively this year. It looks like, oh, there we go. Rachel Schutte did have a steal. He gave it right back. And
Nice blocking by the Lady Cougars.
Rachel Schutte with the block, Joby Atherton with the rebound, and Cougars have the ball for the first time. Katie McCoy's having a little trouble up top. Sarah Larkin bails her out. She drives. She shoots a three and just off to the side. Stays McLean County ball. They usually run an out-of-bounds play called Indiana, which I'm a big fan of. Not only that because I'm an Indiana fan, but because most of the time it works. Larkin tries to get to the middle. Here goes Schutte. Shot just a little bit long. Rebounded by Ohio County. And a turnover for Ohio County. Will be McLean County ball. Larkin dribbles across the 10-second line. Passes it off to Johnson. Johnson looks in the middle for Atherton. Off her hands, but I believe, no, they said it was touched by us last. So it'll be Ohio County's ball. Looks like the Cougars are going to start their patented pressure. They pressed a lot. They pressed a lot during the regular season. Oh, got a collision there at midcourt. No call. And it looks like Ohio County throws it over. They've succumbed to the pressure.
Yes, they have. We've seen a few mistakes like that already.
Yes. Larkin brings it across the 10-second line. She gets good penetration, throws it up. Oh, just a little bit too hard. Gets her own rebound, sets up the offense. There we go. She found Schutte on the wing to Sarah Johnson. Sarah Larkin setting it back up. They're having a hard time getting it down towards the basket. Nice cut by Katie there. Had a little hard time controlling the ball. It looks like we have a Cougar down. It looks like Rachel Schutte may have tweaked her ankle. Gets a nice round of applause from the visiting Ohio County, or actually I believe they're the home team, from the Ohio County fans.
Let's hope it was just a minor injury.
Yeah, it looks like she's walked it off.
Yeah.
Looks like there's a little confusion about the out-of-bounds play we're trying to run. And we turned it over. Ohio County is running down the court. Got a nice look underneath. 2 looks underneath for the rebound. And we had 2 Lady Eagles on the floor along with the McLean County Cougar, Sarah Larkin, on the floor. I'm not sure. I believe they called it a jump ball. Coach Sidney Rice was trying to get a timeout, but it wasn't granted. And that was a nice inbounds play. Ooh. There'd be a first foul on Rachel Schutte. That's the Lady Eagle number 25 stepped up. She missed her first free throw. And she sinks her second one. Now the Lady Eagles apply a little pressure of their own. We get it across easily. Nice play. Oh, that was beautiful. Little give and go there. Rachel Schutte to Sarah Larkin. I like to see that duplicated several times over the course of this game. And then Sarah Johnson makes a nice deflection. Sarah Larkin dives out of bounds to try to save it for the Lady Cougars. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to, but great hustle by the Cougars on those last two possessions. Rachel Schutte's getting a little breather here. Let's see, number 22, Kennedy Level comes in as a sub. Kennedy is a 6th grader, has been getting meaningful minutes this year on the 7th grade team. She's a real spark plug out there. I know last game she came in for a few minutes and scored 6 quick points on 3 buckets. Made a big lift for us, had a big lift for us there in the second quarter of a semifinal game. She's able to get it to Sarah Johnson, who's in a little bit of trouble out on the top, and we throw the ball away. Ohio County gets the ball in. There's 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Your Lady Cougars are ahead 2-1. Excuse me. Number 23 for Ohio County hit a nice 15-footer there to put them ahead by 1. Good job by Kennedy Level. Trying to take the ball to the hole, forcing some contact. She'll get 2 from the charity stripe. And she sinks her first one to tie the game up with 2 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the first quarter. And misses the second one. Ohio County comes down with it. Ohio County works it around the perimeter. Katie McCoy makes a nice attempt, and then Kennedy Level knocks it out of bounds. Stop Ohio County's threat of scoring. Ohio County gets it inbounds. Number 23 shoots a 15-footer off to the left a little bit. Looks like that's going to be a jump ball. Should be Cougars ball, I believe. Again, Ohio County's little token press here. Nothing too serious. Sarah Larkin brings it across. Picks up her dribble, gives it to Shelby Atherton, who is also tied up. She fell hard and hit her head on the floor, it looks like, but I believe she's going to be all right. Rachel Schutte's entering the ball game. She's going to take Shelby Atherton's spot. Cougars are pressing again. Larkin makes a great steal. Now they're setting up their offense. She finds, unfortunately, we turned it over. And Ohio County takes a 2-point lead with 1:20 to go in the first quarter. Nice pass by Larkin to Rachel Schutte, and Rachel Schutte puts it off the glass for 2 points. Once we get her down there to Rachel Schutte, she usually is pretty confident about putting it in there. We're down under a minute in this first quarter. Very competitive game so far. And we got another nice steal by Rachel Schutte. Looked like the pressure from Kennedy Level really messed up the person passing the ball. And the referee doesn't know whose ball it is, but I do know that it's going to belong to the McLean County Cougars. Sarah Johnson's going to launch a 3, and
man.
just a little bit long. It looks like we're going to have a nope. Ohio County gets it. She throws it, but Rachel Schuette's going to get that. It's an errant pass by Ohio County.
25 seconds to go in the first quarter.
And there's that
Tied up.
play again. They defended it just a little bit better this time, but Larkin.
And the Cougars steal the lead.
Larkin throws a dime to Sarah Johnson off the glass for 2.
They sure do seem to have teamwork going, Dad.
Yeah, they work well together. These girls have been playing together for several years, and that's the end of the first quarter. And the Cougars have a 2-point lead, and we're not going to take a break. We're going to keep it going. The idea of the middle school game being broadcast on the sports network was brought to me by a parent of one of our players on the team named Jennifer Ferguson, and she thought it would be a wonderful idea for us to broadcast this because we have a student, a player on our team whose father, and I know he's, I don't know the relation of the other person, but Sarah Larkin's father is actually in the 206th Engineer Battalion, and he is deployed right now out in the Middle East. And we thought that this would be a great way for him and his squad to be able to see this game and watch his daughter play where he couldn't be home. The other gentleman is Staff Sergeant Corey Moore, and then Chad Larkin is a first sergeant out there, and we wanted to take this opportunity to let them know how thankful and grateful we are, and doing this, bringing this to them is just a small token of our appreciation of everything they do to keep us safe and fighting for our freedom almost 365 days a year. So
thank you so much for your service.
Yes, and Corey Moore, thank you. I'm unfortunately haven't had the honor of meeting you and Chad Larkin. I've met several times and teaches kids at school, and I just want to say hi to Chad. And thank you and everybody out serving. Have a Merry Christmas out there, and we'll be thinking and praying about you. Now we're going to get back to this game where Ohio County comes out shooting. Misses Kennedy Level on the rebound. Looks like she's going to try to take it all the way. She does. And it looks like a jump ball. And the jump ball goes back to Ohio County. And Katie McCoy with the steal. Unfortunately, she kind of got tangled up there and traveled. Be Ohio County's ball. Looks like we got a little zone going on now. Fortunately, Shelby Atherton reached. That'll be a foul, her first. Unfortunately, I thought I could keep the stats of everything that's going on and talk at the same time. Unfortunately, I'm not talented enough to do that. Yeah. Too many things going on.
You're no Matthew Miller.
I will definitely agree with that. Schuette with the rebound. Sarah Larkin's pushing the ball up the court, and unfortunately, she's going to give it back to him on a traveling call. As we look across the gym here, the McLean County basketball team is very well represented. There is a extremely large crowd. As Katie McCoy puts it up too hard off the glass, Kennedy Level with the rebound, put back, and was fouled. She will go back to the charity stripe to try 2 times. As I was saying, the McLean County fan base has traveled very well tonight. It's about an hour and 15, hour and 25 minutes over here. And we brought a large group with us tonight, and they're still coming in. It's also exciting. This is the first time on an away game that our girls have been able to see our cheerleaders. The cheerleaders normally don't travel. They just stay for the home games. So it's exciting to see them too. As Kennedy unfortunately missed both the free throws and Ohio County got the ball. Going to set up defense here. And Katie McCoy with a nice steal. She's driving hard. And they're going to call the Ohio County Lady Eagle for a block foul. And Katie McCoy's going to the strike for 2. Start knocking down some of these free throws. Get a little bit more comfortable lead here. 2 points. Aaron's is not quite enough, is it?
No. We can always extend our lead.
Oh, and unfortunately we missed that one. And we got the second one. I think Ohio County was thinking we were going to press. I think they were surprised when we weren't there. Nice ball fake. Got Shelby Atherton up off her feet, and that's unfortunately 2 on Shelby Atherton. And I would say that's going to get someone else off the bench and let Shelby sit for a few minutes so she doesn't pick up a third before halftime. And it's going to be Sarah Larkin coming in to replace her. And Katie McCoy with a nice steal, and Lady Eagle grabbed her as she was trying to make an attempt to break it to the basket. Cougars get it in the backcourt. Katie McCoy brings it across the 10-second line. Get in there.
Oh, pops right out.
Yep, Katie McCoy took a little bit of a wild shot, but fortunately for the Cougars, Sarah Johnson was there for the rebound. Put it back up, was fouled. She'll go to the strike for 2. Like I said, I haven't been keeping stats, Aaron, but I would almost have to say that we're getting really close to the bonus for the one-on-ones. I'd say they have almost 17 fouls. Sarah Johnson calmly steps up and shoots both of her free throws. Looks like she's done that several times before.
Giving us a 5-point lead with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
And that, oh. And then we got a foul on Rachel Schutte. Send a Lady Eagle to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Aaron, this is a very nice gym for a middle school gym.
Oh, yeah.
I wondered if it maybe been the old high school gym at one time. I had a teammate in high school. We would go to a nice gym to play, and he'd always say, "This is a gym of a gym." And this is a gym of a gym for a middle school.
Who used to say that?
One of my teammates on my high school basketball team. He said a lot of other things, too, that I can't say on air, but that was one of the good things that I could say. Yeah. I always liked that. That was a great move by Kennedy Level, and she put it in for 2. I believe she drove one way, went behind the back, and drove it up and scored 2 points. That was incredible. Seems like, and Kennedy Levels comes in and for another steal, and she's going to score nose. Counting my chicken before it's hatched. But Katie McCoy followed it up. She never gave up on the play. A lot of times you'll see when a player has a wide open layup or almost a wide open layup, they'll just lollygag behind and not really try to clean that up. And Katie McCoy, she followed her the whole way in. She was there for the easy putback. Those are called hustle points. The more hustle points you get, more than likely you're going to win the game.
And with that timeout, we're going to take a little timeout of our own, brought to you by Buck Creek Church, located in Buck Creek.
So what? We're off. Oh.
And we are back. Your Cougars lead 14-6 with 2.5 minutes left to go in the first half. I'm again joined with my father, Nathan Ring.
Excited to be here. Excited for the Cougars. Excited for the future of the Cougars in the next couple years.
And the ball bounces out of bounds.
Cougars defense has really picked up their intensity here since the start of this second quarter. I would imagine Coach Sidney Rice had some words of inspiration for them during that quarter break. And whatever it was, she needs to bottle it and save it because it's really worked. Pretty hard off the glass. Unfortunately, Ohio kind of rebounded, but it looks like it's going to be a backcourt violation. No, Katie McCoy picked it up before, and that's not going to count.
Dang.
Oh, because that was just bad luck. That was bad luck. Coach Rice called a timeout trying to save the possession. We threw the ball up. The referee granted us permission as the ball went into the hoop. That's just
Yeah, you can't blame her for
no,
that.
that's good coaching. It's good hustle by the Cougars. Things continue to go that way. We're gonna like the outcome of this game. That was good coaching and good hustle by all the Cougars on the floor. So
Yeah, as I said earlier, I haven't seen many games due to, me doing high school games and many other activities, but I'm very impressed with what I've seen from our middle school Lady Cougars so far.
they have come a long way. I know you've seen a lot of these girls playing as they came up through the ABA ranks, and it's a huge difference from just a year or two ago, isn't it?
Oh yeah, their skill has grown exponentially.
Yep. Unfortunately, we threw them. Oh, that was great hustle by number 25 for the Lady Eagles. Unfortunately, we don't have a roster for Ohio County. We don't have one for the Cougars either, but luckily for us, we know all their names. So proud of the Cougar faithful that come up. Oh, that was a great play. Unfortunately, just had a little butter on our fingers and couldn't hold on to that one. Rachel Schutte will get the next one. Great idea. Great idea. Three-pointer launched by a Hawkeye Cougar. Rachel Schutte blocked out. Number 25 reached over and tapped it out of bounds. It'll be Cougar ball. Looks like the Lady Eagles are going to set up a little press here. I think this one's going to be a little bit more serious than the token ones they showed in the first quarter. They get it in. Sarah Larkin dribbles it across. Now she makes a move to the basket, puts on the brakes, spins around. Katie Coy had it. Pass it back to Larkin. Traveling call. Got a minute and 13 seconds left here in the first half. Cougars are ahead by 8. Cougars defense is swarming. And again, another turnover. Larkin's on the ground where she spends, it seems like about half the game. She gets on that floor. If there's a loose ball, and she's always scrapping for it. Good thing Sarah Johnson was there to save that errant pass. Kennedy Level's going to break across the 10-second line. She drives it in and is fouled and won. Kennedy Level becoming a huge, I wouldn't even call it a spark. I would call it a flame, maybe a little flamethrower action.
Maybe.
She is coming in and really gave us another lift tonight. And she gets that one to go home for her with 32 seconds. Cougars have an 11-point lead. As the Cougars are going to try to stop them here right before half. So they launch a three. Off right, rebound. No, Cougars, or I'm sorry, the Lady Eagles get it back. 10 seconds. They're working around the perimeter. 35 shoots. That's going to be off a little bit to the right. And unfortunately for the Cougars, no one blocked out. And number 25 snagged the rebound, took one dribble, and laid it up as the horn sounded. That concludes the first half with your Cougars leading 17-8. We will be back momentarily.
we are back.
We are.
For all those tuning in, I'm Aaron Ring, joined here by my father tonight. In the second half of the McLean County Cougars versus the Ohio County Eagles middle school 7th grade game. Your Cougars lead 17-8 at the beginning of this second half. And let's see if we can do what we did in the first half.
It looks like a pretty good start here.
Oh my gosh, an amazing start.
Katie McCoy with the steal, takes it and lays it off the glass. Sarah Johnson then comes up with a steal of her own. It looks like the Hancock County Lady Hornets are coming in for the 8th grade game.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't see it.
And another three by number 21.
Sarah Johnson with the three-banger. Unfortunately, I was not paying attention.
Oh my gosh. This is an incredible way to start off the beginning of the second half. Looks like the coach is giving them a little bit of a pep talk, maybe just to even just congratulate them on how amazing that start was and tell them to keep it up. All the girls look happy and excited.
Quick 5 points. Quick 5 points right at the start of this second half. Looks like we went back to our original starting 5. We're going to play a press to them. They get it inbounds. Number 25 breaks the pass with a bounce pass to number 35. Easy layup for Ohio County for 2. Number 25 is actually I don't know her first name for Lady Eagles. Her last name is Decker, and I actually went to college with her mom and dad. And I just had opportunity to speak to him. But Rachel Schutte got a nice bounce pass there from Larkin. She took one dribble and laid it high off the glass for another McLean County 2 points. Katie McCoy is on the floor. Sarah Johnson came up with it, but unfortunately Decker for Ohio County comes up with the loose ball. Number 11 for the Eagles with a three-banger. That tightens the score, 24-12. Sarah Johnson's going to launch another three. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit long. That's a shot that she can shoot, and I don't think the coach minds her taking that shot. Number 23 for the Lady Eagles makes a nice 17-footer, and Coach Sydney Rice calls a full timeout. Again, Aaron, I'm sure we have mentioned this sometime throughout the broadcast, maybe right at the beginning, but this is the championship game. Oh, I'm sorry. Aaron's talking to one of our camera guys. But this is the championship game for the GRVC. Sometimes the GRVC, I'm looking here. Let's see. I can tell you, this being my first experience with middle school basketball, I didn't know who was all in the GRVC. It is Breckinridge County, Butler County, Edmonson County, Grayson County, Hancock County, McLean County, Muhlenberg, and Ohio County.
Well,
those are the teams represented in our GRVC. And I think we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast that we have not been defeated by a GRVC team this year. The 3 losses that have all come from Owensboro schools. Davis County, Owensboro Middle School, and Owensboro Catholic. But
And we have been made aware that our picture is cutting out quite frequently and turning to black, so we might need to do it a little bit more radio and a little bit more descriptive, as you might not be able to actually see with your own eyes what is going on.
yeah, I've noticed I've been getting some texts too.
And
Yes, I've been getting a few texts from some of our fans out there.
speaking of unfortunate news, Matthew Miller has now joined us.
He's walked in. Cougars have a 10-point lead with 3 minutes and 28 seconds to go. I don't think anyone thought this was going to happen, but if anyone did, Ohio County is not going to go away. You're going to have to play hard through the entire game. They've scrapped the first 2 times we played them, and every Ohio County team that I've ever seen has always been scrappy. So I don't think it's going to matter if we're ahead by 2 or 20. I think Ohio County is still going to give us all they have and try to put a W up for them. That's one thing I love about middle and high school sports is it seems like, and even college, they always try their hardest. Sometimes you watch the pro games, if they get a little bit out of whack, they're at the beginning, it seems like they just put it in cruise control and they don't try as hard as they normally would. But
Ohio County's first free throw was no good.
But in these leagues, it just seems like it doesn't matter what the score is. Everyone's always trying 100%. As they miss both their free throws, the Cougars come down with the big board. Larkin's out front, being guarded very closely by number 5 for the Lady Eagles. She drives towards the basket. Unfortunately, she throws it to number 25, Decker. Larkin does stop her. Katie McCoy plays some tenacious defense on number 11. 23 fires again, in and out. Lucky break for the Cougars. Looks like we have a jump ball there. Not really sure. No, he said a foul on number 35, Shelby Atherton. I'm pretty sure that's her 3rd personal, and that'll bring Kennedy Level up off the bench to give Shelby Atherton a break and kill a little time so she doesn't pick up that fourth foul too soon. That was great hustle there by Kennedy Level to tie that ball up. Poor child got flung to the ground. She bounces back up like it never even happened. Here she comes, breaking the press by herself. She comes in with a floater, just a little bit too hard. Ohio County comes down with the ball. It looks like our McLean County 8th grade team is heading towards the locker room for the last time in their 8th grade career. Can't wait to see what they bring to the table tonight. Back to the live action. We had another foul on the Cougars. It was going to send the Ohio County Lady Eagles to the line for 2. Unfortunately, I did not see who he called that foul on. Any help on who they called that foul on? No help up here at all. We got 2 minutes and 16 seconds left here. Cougars still ahead by 10. Make that 9 with the free throw. Ohio County applies pressure. Larkin finds Level, who breaks the press by herself as she brings it across the 10-second line.
And
She's able to give it to Larkin, who got it blocked by number 25, but Cougars were fortunate enough to get that ball back.
And we again apologize for the technical difficulties on the picture. It does not look like it's going to fix anytime soon. There was a faulty charger and the camera is dead, but we are able to bring you audio.
I got it. Remove the cord this time.
Is the camera something our viewers can expect to get up to see soon? Do we think we're going to get the camera up before too long? Do we think we're going to get the camera up before very long? Unfortunately, they said the charger for the video camera was somehow damaged. We're going to have a timeout here, and we will. I'm going to look at it and see what we got going on. And we're back on. Unfortunately, the cameraman's diagnosis is correct. The camera is toast. So it's only going to be audio tonight. So there's a minute and a half left in the third quarter. Cougars are ahead by 9. Larkin's guard number 25, who's trying to get to the basket. Stolen by Katie McCoy, who looks like she's going to go coast to coast. She did go coast to coast, but unfortunately missed the layup. Kennedy Level comes down with the rebound, though. We have a minute left with 9. The Cougars are ahead by 9 points. Larkin passes to McCoy. McCoy shoots a 17-footer and nothing but the bottom of the net. 11 points. Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Ohio County's working around the perimeter. Katie McCoy comes up with a steal. Unfortunately, her momentum carried her out of bounds. And it will remain with the Ohio County Lady Eagles. Ohio County gets it in bounds. Decker for Ohio County goes up strong and puts it in off the glass for 2. Larkin brings it across the timeline. Passed it to Schutte. Schutte gave it back to Larkin. Larkin took about a 14-foot runner and banked it home. Then Katie McCoy on the defensive end comes up with the steal. She's driving it down. She gets stopped. She finds Level up on top. 6 seconds to go. She's going Katie McCoy looked up at the clock, seeing that time was about to expire, and threw up a 3. Fortunately for us, it did not go in. This is going to be the end of the third quarter, and your Lady Cougars are leading 28-17.
And it seems like Ohio County is trying to make up for what they lost in the first half, and they're not giving up, are they, Dad?
No, they won't give up. No, like I said, in this, I've never seen an Ohio County team give up no matter what the score was, and they will fight and prod till the very end. We're waving to some fans here for Hancock County. We had to run an extension cord up the bleachers, and they're having to get over that very gingerly. Fortunately, no one has tripped yet. It's been close a few times. Our AD for the middle school, athletic director for the middle school, Kevin Hurd, is trying to find a new charger for us so that we can get our video back up. But I guess that's always good. I've always heard I've had a face for radio.
Yeah.
Aaron, have you ever heard that joke before? Face for radio?
Yeah. I'm not sure it's really a joke when people tell me that.
Oh, you think they're being serious?
I've heard it so many times that I'm not sure it's a joke anymore.
Well, I'm sure they're joking. I think you're a good-looking feller.
All right.
Cougars back in action, and a nice little give and go there. Sarah Larkin hit Sarah Johnson on the wing. Sarah Larkin flashed to the basket. Wide open. Unfortunately, just had a little bit too much mustard on that pass, and we couldn't corral it in. Else it would have been another 2 points for the Cougars. We got Kennedy Level, Sarah Larkin, Katie McCoy, Rachel Schutte, and Sarah Johnson out playing for the Cougars right now. The Cougars slapped the ball out of the Ohio County's hands. Back to Ohio County. For all of you out there listening, I know we're still trying to get this camera back up. Rachel Schutte had a huge block. Unfortunately, Ohio County got it, went back up again, and we got a foul. That'll send the Lady Eagles to the line for 2 free throws. 5:17 left. Ahead by 12. Cougars are ahead by 12. Ohio County hits the first. And Ohio County shooter stepped over the free throw line, so that attempt is wiped out. Ohio County applies pressure in the backcourt. Kenny Level gets it into Katie McCoy, who breaks the press on her own. Gets it back out to Level at the point. Who picks up her dribble in a bad spot, but fortunately for the Cougars, gets it back, but then we turn it right back over. Ohio County brings it up. They're working around the perimeter. 17-footer. No good. Rebounded by Level. Takes one dribble, gets it stolen. Sarah Johnson is on the floor in a scrum. Looks like they called a jump ball. Maybe, yes, jump ball. It's going to be Lady Eagles side out. Aaron, I noticed that some of the girls have knee pads on and some of them don't. I would think they would all need them on the way they get on the floor and hustle for that ball.
Very aggressive.
Very aggressive. Very aggressive. Ohio County travels, gives the ball back to the Cougars. We get it in. Level passes to Larkin. Larkin brings it across the timeline, dribbling with her left hand. We got 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Your Cougars are leading by 11. Unfortunately, we dribbled off our foot and went back to get it. You know, a lot of times when something happens like that, and in that instant we dribbled it off our foot and it went into the backcourt, a lot of times players will stop and not pick that up, and then the opposing team will just pick it up and go walk it in for a free throw because they're afraid to get a backcourt call. Pick that ball up. You don't want to just let that down there. That's just 2 points you're giving to the other team. So that was a pretty heads-up play there by Sarah Larkin to pick that ball up, even though she knew it was going to be a backcourt violation. So nice awareness by her on that. Timeout's over. I'm not sure, Aaron, did we call that timeout? I think we did. Ohio County is bringing the ball. They're working around the perimeter. Cougars with tenacious defense. They cannot find anything they're wanting to do. Oh. Number 23 for the Lady Eagles drove it in pretty hard and picked up a foul. Shoot 2. 4 minutes and 13 seconds left. Your Lady Cougars are winning 28-17. And Shelby Atherton checks back into the game. Give number 23, Katie McCoy, a break. She lines up her second free throw off the back iron. Kennedy Level with a nice board. Unfortunately, she dribbled it off her foot out of bounds. Ohio County enters it in the backcourt. 23's looking to penetrate. They just have a hard time getting that ball down in the paint. Nice save by number 23 as the ball was going out of bounds. Sarah Larkin knocks it from a Lady Eagle out of bounds. Looks like we have another sub. Katie McCoy just got a short break. She's coming in for Kennedy Level. Kennedy Level again tonight has given us a giant lift off the bench. Relieved some of these 7th graders, gives them a break. Good defense by your Lady Cougars. They little long on the Ohio County shot, brought down by Sarah Johnson, who brings it across the 10-second line. Unfortunately, number 5 stole the pass, but Katie McCoy steals it right back. There's a scrum. No, comes to Sarah Johnson. Sarah Johnson brings it up. She did not see the Ohio County defender coming up alongside behind her. She slaps it out of bounds, but it will remain McLean County ball. Katie McCoy was down in the backcourt. Looked like she got a little bit shaken up. Not sure exactly what happened. We're going to give her time here. Her shoe's untied. Let her catch her breath and get that shoe tied. Looks like she's going to be okay. 3 minutes to go. Your Cougars lead 28-17. Championship game of the GRVC. Sarah Larkin flirts with that 10-second line. Almost gets it over and back call. Nice pass. Oh, great idea.
Indeed.
Be the Cougars' ball underneath our basket. And if no one, Shelby Atherton was wide open, but they went ahead and ran the play when they just should have thrown the ball right to her. That happens a lot at this age group. Unfortunately, we threw the ball away, and Sarah Johnson, with tremendous effort to save the ball. It's hard to see from where we are, but she must have been standing on the out-of-bounds line when she touched it. But tremendous effort. Watch the court, sir. I didn't want you to trip. Okay. Again, Hancock County Hornets are bringing in a large contingency here to support their Hornets, who will be playing the McLean County 8th grade team for the championship game of the GRVC. As the Ohio County Lady Eagles score a bucket here, having a little bit trouble with getting the ball in bounds. We finally do. And Coach Rice is not happy with the last transaction that just happened. And
your Cougars lead by 9 with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left to go in the game. We have a pretty significant lead, but that doesn't mean that we need to hold back at all, because as we said before, Ohio County doesn't give up, and they have been kind of coming back a little bit.
Yeah, they have, and it seems like they're becoming more comfortable. As I'm watching, the girls are really focused in on Coach Rice right now, as she's giving them some words of motivation here. I can tell that they're really buying into what they say. Everyone's heads bobbing up and down at the same time. Even the girls on in the back of the huddle. she's got everyone's attention right now. So I'm expecting big things coming out in this last 2 minutes. I know that both teams are going to try as hard as they can to get this championship. I'm sure Ohio County's going to go back with their press breaker. They given us a few problems with that here in just the last minute. So hopefully Coach Rice let them know what we could do to beat that, and getting ready to see what happens here. Still can't get over the number of fans McLean County's brought out tonight. They're still coming in. As the Cougars bring it across the 10-second line. We're down to 2 minutes. Sarah Johnson drives in, makes a dime pass. A dime to Rachel Schutte. And Rachel Schutte goes up and is fouled. And she will go to the charity stripe for 2. That was a golden opportunity for a bounce pass, and Sarah Larkin executed it to a T. Unfortunately, Rachel Schutte comes up short on that first free throw. That one is in and out, unfortunately. I thought that one was going in. We're just under 2 minutes here with the Cougars with a 9-point lead. Our starters are back out on the floor. Lady Eagles are having a hard time getting a look at any kind of shot as their coach calls a timeout. And Aaron, I was thinking here, it just seemed like yesterday the season started. Can't even remember when our first game was. But I heard Coach Howard this afternoon say that they started open gyms in June. So we got all of June.
That shows a lot of practice and dedication that has gone into the Lady Cougars, and they are really showing it off tonight. Very impressed with their performances.
Yes. If people don't come and watch girls middle school basketball, they don't have any idea how hard they hustle. Looks like the Cougars are going to continue applying pressure here. Oh, I'm sorry. No, Ohio County called that timeout. So they're going to just be playing defense on their side. It's Ohio County's ball underneath. Minute 36. Cougars ahead by 9. Number 5 shoots and is blocked by Shelby Atherton. Saved by 35, right into the hands of Sarah Larkin, who brings it across the 10-second line by herself. Lots of pressure being applied by Ohio County right now. Not sure. I believe they called a foul. Yes, a foul on the Lady Eagles, number 5. Very close. Very fortunate there not to get a 5-second call against the Lady Cougars. We're taking the ball out right at half court, right in front of our bench. We throw it into the back court. Sarah Larkin brings it across, passes to Sarah Johnson at the wing. Sarah Johnson brings it out on top. We got a minute and 10 seconds left. Cougars ahead by 9. Little give and go there. Sarah Johnson from Rachel Schutte for a layup. 2 more points for the Lady Cougars, who now have an 11-point lead. We got a double dribble on Ohio County.
And as you were saying earlier, Dad, McLean County has brought a lot of fans out to see this, and you can really hear them and hear their excitement as the game starts to come to a close. And it's just incredible to see.
Yes, it's been a wonderful season for the 7th grade Cougars. Like I said, they've only lost 3 games this year as Ohio County brings it back towards their way. Only lost 3 games, which is remarkable. As Rachel Schutte, Shelby Atherton picks up her 4th foul. She fouls Decker for Ohio County, and Decker will go to the line for 2. Actually, I must have missed one on Shelby Atherton. She fouled out, but she's had a wonderful season, wonderful 7th grade year. A wonderful kid. Just a super to coach last year. I helped coach one of her teams, and just super. All these girls are super. As Decker lines up her first free throw, and it's good, which cuts the lead down to 10 with 42 seconds left. And she misses the second one. Sarah Johnson with a big board. She was pushed out of bounds. 40 seconds to go. Not sure if we're in the bonus yet. We'll be taking the ball out of bounds. As a Ohio County player fouls out. And I always say it's not the end of the world if you foul out. If you fouled out, it means you were playing some defense. You can't take them with you. As Ohio County presses, McLean County is going to try to beat this press. We got 40 seconds left here. We don't want to give them anything easy as we throw the ball and it's batted right back down out of bounds. It will remain Cougar ball. Again, Ohio County slaps it out of bounds as soon as we pass it in. Here in this last 37 seconds, again, we'd like to take this time to thank Corey Moore and Chad Larkin, who are serving in the Middle East. Chad, I hope unfortunately, you didn't get to see Sarah very much, but hopefully you got to see her some, and hopefully you're able to listen to this. I'll tell you, she really worked hard tonight. But again, we'd like to thank you for your service and all your the squad out there that you're with, and all the other armed force members out there who are keeping us safe. Thank you so much, and y'all have a Merry Christmas. We're down to 30 seconds here. Number 25 is fouled as she's going up for a shot. She'll be shooting 2. Coach Rice has called her 2 guards over. She's going to work on something to try to get this ball in bounds for us in this last 30 seconds as Decker steps up and hits her first free throw. The Lady Cougars next year have a lot to look forward to. There were seven 6th graders that were on the team this year that got worked in quite a bit towards the in the games. And when the Cougars had a sizable lead, Kennedy Level played meaningful minutes throughout the year. When our 6th graders got in there, they did a good job. So the future of the McLean County Cougars Middle School looks bright as Sarah Larkin dribbles out, passes to Danielle Reynolds with 4 seconds left, and your McLean County Lady Cougars 7th grade team wins the GRVC. The cheerleaders come over, super excited. With the final score of 30-21, the Cougars are your GRVC champions for the 7th grade.
All the Cougar fans are up on their feet.
All the Cougars are standing. Cougar fans are standing as the 8th graders come out. I'm trying to, let's see. It says 3 years in a row for both 7th and 8th grade teams to go to the GRVC championship. So we've been here several times and hope to get back several more times. We are going to take a break here in between games.
We have Sarah Larkin here to say hi.
Here, come a little closer, Sarah. Sarah, come this way. Sit down right there so you don't pull the... There you go. Sarah, your dad, we hope is listening because our camera went down, but is there anything that you want to say to him?
I just want to say I'm thankful for what he's doing for this country. And even though he's been gone for a really long time, I'm just proud of him every day. And thank you all for letting him watch this game for me because it means a lot. And I love you, Dad. Thank you.
Thank you, and what a wonderful way to finish your 7th grade. Sir, starting to tear up, which is kind of making me tear up a little bit. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, and we're going to take a break here, but Sarah, before we take that break, what a way to finish up your 7th grade year.
Yeah.
You went 11-3. Now it's 12-3.
Yeah.
GRVC champions. I believe you were.
He just left a comment saying great job.
Oh, okay.
to
He
all
just
the
left.
girls.
He just left. Your dad just left us a comment saying great job.
Thanks,
I
Dad.
believe you were GRVC champions
Yes.
last year.
He said he loves her.
Oh, your
I
dad
love you
says he
too.
loves you. We ought to let you sit up there by the computer so you can see what he's saying. But so GRVC champions last year, this year, so three-peat for next year,
Yeah.
right? And Sarah's not going to be able to stay up here long because not only is she a starter for the 7th grade team, she also sees meaningful minutes on the 8th grade team. She'll fill in for guard sometime. Sarah made me look like a big baby up here when she started crying. But Sarah, we're proud of you.
Thank you.
Proud of your dad. And Corey is your
I'm gonna say my cousin's husband.
cousin's
Yes.
husband. I knew that he was kin somehow. I wasn't exactly sure how. But we were glad to be able to bring this to them tonight, serving our country overseas. This is one way that they could get it. Again, Sarah, congratulations.
Thank
Proud of
you.
you. And you get down there and warm up with your team and keep smiling.
Thank you.
All right. And that'll do it for us until the start of the 8th grade game. Okay, welcome back, Cougar fans. My name is Nathan Ring, and I'm joined this evening by an old veteran on the McLean County News Network, and that is Matthew Miller.
Nice to be with you, Nathan.
Good to have you, Matthew. You have a sister out there tonight,
Yeah, number 12, Sarah Miller. That's my sister.
Sarah Miller, and then we've got Matthew. Sometimes I get kind of tongue-tied on some of these names. Haley Johnson, Lainey Colburn, Emily Hallam, and in just a second I'll be able to remember everyone's name. Sorry, the camera cord has broke in two, so we are not able to unfortunately film this game. We decided to bring audio if there's anyone out there listening. And we're going to check periodically to see if we have any viewers. And if we have viewers, we'll stay with you the whole game. As McLean County controls the tip. Unfortunately.
And it looks like an offensive foul called against Sarah Miller there on the first offensive possession of the game.
That is unfortunate. This is the championship game of the GRVC for the 8th grade. If you were with us just a few moments ago, you were there for the conclusion of the 7th grade game, where the Lady Cougars came away victorious, champions for the GRVC.
And that shot by number 23 for Hancock County is no good. She was tied up before attempting the shot, but it will be a Hornet ball. And I've watched these two teams play a couple times, and every time it's a highly competitive game. I saw one time at home where the Cougars were down double digits at halftime, and they came back and won, and that was a big win for them. So hopefully they can repeat that win here tonight in the championship game.
Yes, that was an incredible game. I was there as well. Not only was it just the second and a half, they had a 12-point lead in the fourth quarter, and the Cougars fought their way back from that deficit to continue their winning streak, which I found out today that the Cougars are Lady 8th grade Cougars are 8-0. Did I just say 8-0? I meant 17-0.
Yeah, 8th grade Lady Cougars undefeated this season. They've really had a great season.
They sure have, and I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but as 7th graders, I believe I know they made it to the championship game.
They won against I think it was Hancock County. I think it was Hancock County that they won against.
I wasn't sure if they won last year or finished second.
So this is a rematch of last year's 7th grade championship game.
Yes. And the 5th starter that I couldn't call her name just a second ago, that it was Kelsey Hodges. Kelsey Hodges, number 10 for the Cougars, is a real spark plug for us. She gets on the floor, gets every loose ball. As the Lady Hornets bring it across. Still no score, 3 minutes and a half left in the first quarter. As number 23, just a little bit long there on the three-point shot. Haley Johnson comes down with the board. Haley Johnson is a tremendous ball player, tremendous defender, great around the basket, and an extremely good passer. Just an all-around good player. These girls, Matthew, you could probably attest to this more than I could because you've watched them more than I had over the years. I believe this core group of girls, along with Keely, is it Keely Cox? Keely?
Yeah.
Keely Cox. I believe they've been together for several years now, haven't they?
Yeah, they've played a lot of games together.
You know, as the Cougars maintain possession and they try to get the ball in underneath their own basket. Seems like the Cougars have a few butterflies to start off this game. as Haley penetrates right down the middle, lays it right over the front lip for 2.
And that's your first score of the game coming with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Cougars up 2-0.
Break the glass on that rim. Maybe they'll start going in. As Hancock brings it right back down. Unfortunately, we fouled number 23 as she was shooting. The foul was on number 10. Kelsey Hodges. That would be her first.
And she'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws here. The first free throw is up, and it is no good. And the second free throw is up, and it is no good as well. And that ball will be out on the Cougars, so the Hornets will keep possession here.
Rebound by the Cougars. Haley Johnson controls the ball and brings it across.
Here come the Cougars the other way. Hopefully they can repeat what they did last offensive possession and get another 2 points.
Again, right down the middle by Haley Johnson. Unfortunately, just a little bit too hard off the basket.
Yeah, that shot was no good there.
Hancock throws up a 3. No good. Controlled by Haley Johnson. She'll bring it across the 10-second line. Looks like the Hornets are in a man-to-man. She feeds Miller. Back to Johnson on top. Oh, we were fortunate there. The Hornets stole the ball and had a wide open layup, and fortunately for the Cougars, missed the layup. But it's going to remain, based on what the crowd's reaction was, it's going to remain the Hornet ball. Again, another point-blank shot missed. Rebound by Haley Johnson with a great outlet pass. Kelsey Hodges up for 2.
And that was a great pass down the court by Haley Johnson there to Hodges for the 2 points. Great vision seeing up the floor that far.
It was. And all that started, I don't know, Matthew, if you noticed it, but all that started with that rebound from Haley Johnson. If you watch her, she is strong. When there's a ball close by, if she has the ball, no one's getting it away from her. And she actually ripped that ball right away from that Lady Hornet as Haley Johnson sits out, and our guest between games, Sarah Larkin, checks in. As I said, she gets some meaningful minutes for the 8th grade team. She tries to break the pass. Unfortunately, turned it over, prevented the Lady Hornets from scoring on that, but she did foul her, and she will be going to the line for 2.
Cougars up 4-0 with 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the first quarter as the Hornets shoot 2 free throws, and that first free throw is good.
As Haley Johnson checks back in, I think Shelby Howard just wanted to give her a little chance to settle down a little bit, maybe give her some of those words of inspiration that Sydney Rice was given earlier in the 7th grade game.
Second free throw good as well, so Hornets knocking down 2 of 2 free throws there.
And Haley Johnson is just wrecking this press by herself. Unfortunately, made a questionable pass. Fortunate for the Cougars that Kelsey Hodges was once again down on the floor cleaning up the mess.
And that was a jump ball there. Possession area will go to the Cougars, as Kelsey Hodges takes it out now for the Cougars.
What a great look. Delaney Colburn, who was fouled going up, she'll go to the line. to shoot 2.
And the first free throw from Colburn is up, and it is no good.
Just a little long. Matthew, I have to feel pretty good about this game with the kind of shots that we've been getting. They just haven't been going in just yet. I feel like we get a couple more looks like this, and we should be in business here.
Yeah, hopefully once the shots start falling, we'll be able to run away with it.
I hope so. Laney Colburn was able to connect on that last free throw. Unfortunately, our press, they went through it like a water through a sift, and they scored an easy layup as Sarah Miller tries a three-pointer, missed. Rebound by Haley Johnson, put up and miss. Scrum for the ball. It's going to be a jump ball. It'll be Lady Hornets.
So with 30 seconds left in the first quarter, your Cougars lead 5-4. And the Hornets have the ball.
After that last attempt at a press, the Cougars call it off. We're going to settle for a half-court defense.
And I will think they are going to, the Hornets will try to hold until last shot here with 18 seconds left in the quarter.
Good defense there by the Cougars.
Poking it out of bounds, preventing that entry pass to number 23, who is probably the Hornets' best scorer.
Yes. And I know in college they have a person to keep stats on deflections and getting their hand on the ball and things like that. Then I'm telling you, the person who just went up for that layup for the Cougars and got fouled, Kelsey Hodges, I believe she would be leading this team in that area.
I believe she would
She
too.
is a very active player. Her hands are always going all the time. She's always got her hands on the ball. She may not always steal it, but she pesters the fire out of the other team.
And as she knocks down that first free throw attempt, she will shoot another with 8 seconds left. And the second free throw is up, and it is no good. Rebound by Sarah Miller. And it is taken away by the Hornets. And as the clock expires ending the first quarter, your Cougars lead 6-4.
And Matthew, we're probably not going to take a break here because no one's paying attention to us. So that's okay. We're going to take this opportunity to have you tell us a little bit. I don't know if the listeners out there know that the great success our Cougar football team has had this year, and also that you were the starting quarterback for most of the year. I know you had an injury that had you sidelined for, 2-3 games?
Yeah, 3 games in the beginning of the year.
That's right, yes. But tell us a little bit about the success that the high school Cougar football team has experienced this year.
Well, this year, it didn't look good in the beginning as we started out 0-3, and we never hung our heads, and we stuck with it, and we ended up, we started putting a few games together, winning a few in a row. We ended up ending the regular season 8-4 after starting out 0-3, so it was a great regular season for us. And then in the playoffs, we we finished the regular season 7-4, not 8-4. And in the playoffs, we were able to make it past the second round and beat Owensville Catholic for the first time since 1992, I believe.
92, I knew it was in the 90s.
And that was just a big win for our program, and we were all proud of it. And there was a lot of fans there supporting us, and it was a big community win for us.
It was. It is probably one of the most impressive seasons the Cougars had, maybe in the history of football at McLean County.
Yeah, 2019 definitely goes up there with the top seasons the Cougars have had. There's of course 2018 last year they had a great season, and then there was 1992 and 1987. I think those are all the discussions for the best teams that the Cougars have had.
But regardless, very special years. We start the second quarter here. Neither team is able to get a basket so far. We've been into this quarter for 30 seconds. As the Lady Hornets bring it across the 10-second line, they work it around the perimeter. Ball is deflected out of bounds by Haley Johnson. We weren't able to corral that one. It'll stay with the Cougars. And we'll talk a little bit more about the success of our football team, so maybe some individual awards that some people received this year later on in the broadcast. Again, this is the championship game of the middle school GRVC. As the Lady Hornets tie things up here with just under 5 minutes to play in the first half. We'll break the press. Sarah Miller has the ball. Swings it over to Emily Hallam, who misses that shot. And Hancock County comes down with the ball. They swing it around. Number 40 is wide open. Chose not to shoot the ball. As number 10 fires one up about 3 foot past the three-point line. Fortunately for the Cougars, missed, and then someone went over the back, making it McLean County ball.
Score is 6-6 with 4:19 left in the second quarter.
Cougars inbound, break the press. Emily Hallam picks up her dribble, finds Sarah Miller. They're passing the ball so fast I can't say their names, but unfortunately we turn the ball over here and give it back to the Lady Hornets. Someone has a timeout, 30-second timeout. Some of the accolades again for this Lady Cougars team is their 17-0 record. They were here last year. Matthew believes they won the GRVC last year. Not only that, both teams this year get to hang, I believe the 7th grade team now gets to hang 2 banners because they won the regular season GRVC and the tournament. And definitely the 8th grade team gets to hang the regular season. We're hoping at the conclusion of this that we get to hang 2 of them.
And it's 6-6 right now in the second quarter. And like I said, every time these two teams play, it's always a good close game.
Yes.
And hopefully the Cougars will be able to pull away as we get into the rest of this second quarter and into the second half.
As 23 makes a drive to the basket, dishes it back out to 32 for a 3. That's a 3-banger for Hancock County.
And a good bounce for the shooter there as that ball bounced high and came down in.
As Emily Hallam drives the basket, had a nice little floater there, unfortunately rimmed out. Hancock County brings it across. 23 around the perimeter, number 4 at the top of the key. Back to 23 for the drive. She lays it up. Unfortunately, she is fouled by a Cougar. I'm not sure if they got Laney. You think
Kelsey Hodges.
Kelsey Hodges. I believe that's her second foul.
She needs to be careful not to get a third, as she has 2 fouls.
And it looks like Coach Howard, maybe you're talking too loud, Matthew, because Coach Howard, I believe, sending in a sub and taking her out so she doesn't pick up that third.
Like
you weren't talking too loud,
Keely
Matthew.
Cox will check in for her to keep her from getting a third foul in the second quarter.
And that's the Hancock County hit one of their free throws, so now they're ahead by 4 with 3 minutes. And we turn the ball over, and they score again, making it 6-12. The Lady Cougars just need to take a deep breath and try to compose themselves as Haley Johnson brings across 10-second line and is fouled. Just a little flustered.
We're trying to move too fast on offense. We just need to slow things down. As it's only the second quarter and there's no reason to be urgent.
Haley Johnson goes through the defense like a hot knife through butter and lays it in for 2.
What a move down low by Haley Johnson as she got into the paint and then was able to weave between 2 defenders for the 2 points.
Cutting the deficit to 4 now.
And Haley Johnson is one of those players where you see her do something like that, and you almost wish she was more selfish with the basketball
Sometimes you do. You're exactly right. As I was almost entered a fan mode instead of a commentating mode where I wanted to give my opinion to the referee, but he saw it. I try not to do that because, Matthew, while we're commentating, I know we make several mistakes. Fortunately for us, we maintained the ball. 2 minutes left here in the first half. That ball squirted through, but luckily Cougars were able to maintain. Emily Hallam with a three-banger.
And as the Cougars were down 6, now they're only down 1, and that quick, the deficit is cut.
And I tell you, if anyone's ever watched these Cougars play, they should know who Emily Hallam is. She is like a sniper.
She's definitely the sharpshooter of the team from the three-point line.
Yes. When she gets her feet set, and she has just a little bit of time, you might as well put it down because it's going.
And the steal by Keely Cox.
Keely Cox with a nice steal, coming in and picking up some minutes. And Haley Johnson's going to try a three. Unfortunately, off the back of the rim, put back by Lainey Colburn, rebounded by Sarah Miller. This will be our third time. And as we speak,
and 1-3 by
Emily Hallam with a three-banger and one.
Nothing but net. Didn't hit the rim as she was pushed down from the three-point line. An and 1-3 is not something you see very often.
No, and it was legit too. I mean, she was fouled.
And the free throw is good as well.
As she completes the 4-point play, bringing
7 points within 30 seconds for Emily Hallam, giving us the lead.
Bringing the Cougars ahead by 3 with 1:10 left in the first half. And the Lady Hornets come down and get an and one of their own. On a nice drive by I believe it's number 11.
Number 10,
maybe
I believe.
10.
Got a nice crossover there, getting into the paint and putting the defender behind where they had the foul.
And she completes the three-point play, tying it up once again with 1 minute to go in the first half. Stolen by the Lady Hornets. And Haley Johnson with an incredible block. The longer this game goes, the louder the crowd is getting on both sides. Fortunately for us, we're able to watch all the expressions on the McLean County Cougars' face. We're sitting straight across from them, and the Hornets fans are sitting directly below us.
And the Hornets will take the lead there with that shot from number 10. And here comes Haley Johnson down the court.
As Haley goes at him again.
And she is fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2, hopefully to tie it up.
It seems to me, Matthew, that if Haley Johnson has a mindset to do it, she can get to the bucket with the dribble just about any time she wants to.
And that's what I was saying earlier. Sometimes you see her do stuff like that, and you wish she would do it more often as that first free throw rattles out.
And, I would think that Hancock County is going to have to make an adjustment to that at halftime with her driving down. And when it does, it should open up Emily Hallam, our sharpshooter. And we haven't mentioned Sarah Miller's name much in the scoring department yet this evening, but I've seen her just absolutely fill it up some games. So, we're not just one-dimensional. We have a lot of weapons that Coach Howard has at her discretion to use. As the Hornet throw one up, an air ball. Rebounded by Haley Johnson. She's going to try to go coast to coast. Just a little bit too hard off the backboard.
Heavy defense there as the shot is no good.
20 seconds left here in the first half.
Cougars down by 1, 16-17. Hornets going to hold it to the last shot. And number 4 is fouled as she drives in. I believe she did hit 2 of 2 free throws earlier.
24 for the Cougars. That was big on Lainey Colburn. And again, with 6 seconds here left as she's shooting free throws, we had a power cord get frayed, and that's why we don't have video, but we're going to check to see if there's any viewers or listeners during halftime, and if we even have one, Matthew said he's going to commentate the second half also. So We'll be back in the second half. If we have anyone out there listening, as she misses the second free throw, Colburn comes down with the rebound. Haley Johnson dribbles down into some traffic, and unfortunately, the ball rolls out of bounds as time expires. Your Cougars are trailing by 2 at halftime. We will be back after this short break. Matthew, are we back?
Yeah, we're live right now.
Okay. And we got about a minute and a half here before. No, I just wanted to see if we were on before the start of the second half. And we were talking a little bit before the break about the success of your football team. You told us your records and how well we did against Owensboro Catholic and also in the tournament. And I think I'm right on this, Matthew, that the team that beat us in the tournament of some sort, but they actually won the state championship. Is that correct?
Yeah, they won the state championship to Mayfield, which I'm pretty sure they beat in the regular season by 4 touchdowns.
Yes, and
but the championship game was a very close game, and they won on a final possession.
Yes, and I know not only did our team experience a lot of success, but whenever you have a team that does experience success like that, you have individuals too that made great contributions to the team, and you can elaborate on that more than I can. I know we had Landon Capps. He did what awards did he receive?
I mean, he had I don't know about any individual awards he had received, but I know that he received a college offer from Campbellsville University to come play football there. He declined it, and he just wanted to focus on academics in college and did not want to further his football career. But it's just a testament as to what kind of player he was and how good he was in high school.
Yes, I thought he received some kind of award for maybe a play of the game or something, play of the week,
yes,
or
he got against Owensboro Catholic. He got
one-handed catch.
The 14 News Player of the Week as
yes,
caught it one-handed on the sideline and then took it 30 yards for a touchdown after that. So, and he just made great plays like that all season. He had a 79-yard run against Hancock County in the first round of the playoffs. It was just ridiculous to watch. He broke like 10 tackles.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
As we start we're 1 second into the second half here, and unfortunately the Cougars turned it over. Hancock County brings it across 10-second line. Again, a recap. McLean County Cougars are currently trailing by 2. As Hancock County puts it up and misses, unfortunately for the Cougars, rebounded by Hancock and put back in for 2. As Haley Johnson breaks the press to Sarah Miller. Sarah Miller drives right, fires it up. A little bit long, rebound by the Hornets. Hornets bring it across the 10-second line. Drive in, throw it up, no good. Rebound, several Cougars on the floor.
And they'll call a time, the Cougars call a timeout there.
To save that possession.
That'll be a 30-second timeout. And the Cougars are down 20-16 with 5 minutes and 8 seconds left in the third quarter.
And right here in front of me are some 8th grade boys basketball players who started the year 0-5, I believe, and 0-6. And the last 6 games, I believe they went 6-0. So they've had a big turnaround this year. They've been playing some of their best basketball of the year right at the right time. Really proud of them. My son is actually a member of that team. And we get to go view several of their games, and they've really been playing some good ball. One of their main players' name is by the name of Brody Klein. The game before last, I believe he scored 23 points. And I believe the last game they had, he scored 26. So he's really doing it a lot for the Cougars. As McLean County throws the ball away, Hornets bring it down. They fire up a layup and goes in.
Cougars now down 6.
The Hancock County on them fast breaks, they really share the ball well, don't they? They see the open man, and again, we get fouled, and there's some frustration on the looks of some of our girls as the Hornets go down and score again, where they jumped out now to an 8-point lead. And again, we turn it over, and they shoot another layup. Now it's a 10-point lead. We're a little bit rattled right now. Down 10 points with 4 minutes and 16 seconds to go. Part of the growing pains in something like this is we've during a lot of our games we have commanding leads. So in games that are close like this, sometimes it's easy to get tensed up. Go ahead.
And like we're saying, like the Cougars get frustrated after a swing towards the other way, as they're not used They're not used to being down and losing.
As Hancock County shoots a three-pointer and misses, unfortunately, there was a rebound for the Lady Hornets and put up for an and one.
And
So,
Hornets are now up 10 with 3:58 left in the third.
Matthew, I hate to correct you, but that's 12. They're up by 12.
That's all right.
I know. You still got one more year of high school to learn math.
I made a 98 on my recount test today.
As Hancock County shoots another three, and it goes in. So, Matthew, I am going to have to take my socks and shoes off here before too long. It's kind of getting out of hand here as far as the score. Hancock County takes a 15-point lead. Now, remember.
And it looks like Haley Johnson will check back into the game after some time to calm down.
And remember, we were down like this. We were down like this at home a couple weeks ago, and we came back from it. So we'll see if we can dig in here and pull ourselves up. This is going to be Emily Hallam with a three. Rattled out. Rebound by Sarah Miller. A little trouble. Here comes Haley Johnson, and she's going to be fouled. And you know, that's a pretty good way to try to get this lead back is let her drive in, get the clock to stop. She just needs to go up there confidently and knock these babies down.
Yeah, she can hit these 2 free throws here. And that was actually, I'd say that's a good possession for the Cougars as they were able to stop the clock and allow things to slow down and still have a chance at points as that first free throw goes in.
And you know, it helps a player a lot to see that ball go through the net. As Haley just watched that one go, so maybe they'll start dropping down her easier for her.
Second one, no good. And there'll be a walk.
Sarah Miller did
ball.
everything she could to foul that player, but they did not call it on her. Very sneaky play there by Sarah Miller. You got to like that very headsy play.
She put her hands up.
She put her hands
air,
up, and her hip was right on her. That was very, very good ball play by her. Yeah, very good play by her. As McLean County inbounds it underneath their own basket. We throw it out towards the front court. Oh, good catch by Sarah Miller. Sarah's going to try a three of her own. And swish, three-banger for the Cougars.
And Cougars down 11 now.
As we apply some pressure, full court. The Lady Hornets break that. Take it up to the top of the key.
And if you're the Cougars here, you want to slow things down. I know you're losing, but it's only the third quarter. And after the run the Hornets has had, you just kind of want to reset things.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a walk. And
Kelsey Hodges steals it. There's Lady Hornet behind her, knocks it out of bounds, but we maintain possession, so no harm, no foul. Cougars down by 11, 2.5 to go here in the third quarter. Nice pass to Sarah Miller. Out to Kelsey Hodges, who drives. And she is blocked.
Looked like she got hit with what would have been a blocking foul usually before she was able to go up with the shot, but it was not called, and I guess it'll just be a turnover for the Cougars.
Yes, it seems like the Cougars, oh my, as the Cougars have turned up the intensity on defense. And unfortunately fouled, number 20, rolling up for a shot, so she will shoot two.
That'll be a foul on, I think, number 32, Haley Johnson.
Yes, I wish these scoreboards had it where they had the number and how many fouls they had, but they don't have that. Matthew, we were talking earlier. I had a friend in college, or in high school, excuse me, that I played with, and when we went into a place, he said, this is a gym of a gym. And what do you think about this gym that we're playing in tonight?
I mean, it's a big gym and has lots of seating, but
for a middle school gym,
it's
very, very large.
It's
Sarah Miller
hits another three.
hits another three. Three-banger for Miller. That's two for
Heavily
her.
contested there.
As Hancock County gets it across half court. And we give them a wide open layup. We can't afford those at this juncture in the game. Kelsey Hodges breaks the press single-handedly, passes it to Hallam. Hallam pulls up 15-footer, long.
We
Rebound.
don't need to rush possessions. We need to take our time and get good shots.
Hancock County brings it across. Hancock County timeout. With minute 16 to go, your Cougars are down 34-23.
And I'm sure that's what Coach Howard is saying now, that we just need to slow down on offense but keep up the intensity on defense. But once we get onto the other side of the court, just slow down things until we get a good shot. But time is still on our side, as the third quarter's not even over yet. We're down 11. Plenty of time to come back.
Yes, with the kind of shooters that we have and the way they've been shooting tonight, you can make up a deficit like this in no time when you got Miller hitting her threes, Hallam hitting her threes, Haley Johnson going down the middle, and everybody else cleaning everything up. We can shoot our way right back into this in no time at all.
And the Hornets have the ball up 11 with a minute 16 left in the third.
And Matthew, I don't know if you noticed, but as you look across at our fans, it seems like they're just all calm, cool, and collected over there, don't they? They never got loud one time yet. Seems like they know what our girls are capable of.
Yeah, they still don't believe it's over, although I'm sure they would much rather be up by 10 right now.
Yes.
And
fortunate that didn't go in. A three.
Haley Johnson with a good, and she was tied up before she gets away with it. Possession arrow to the Hornets. And she was coming away with it there, but they called it a jump ball before she was able to.
Very strong hands. Get it. Hornets inbound. 18-footer off the mark. Haley Johnson clears.
And I think our defense right now is letting them shoot outside shots. I think that's what we're going for. We're almost daring them to. And hoping that they're not able to convert them.
Sideline out of bounds. We get into the backcourt to Haley Johnson with 50 seconds to go. Cougars down 11. Haley picks up her dribble and unfortunately drug that pivot foot a little bit. Traveling called. Lady Hornets take it out on the sideline. 45 seconds to go. Number 10 fires up at three. Fortunately, rims out. Miller with a big board. She's going to look up and see Haley Johnson. Unfortunately, she couldn't gather it cleanly. She did get it up off the glass, and I believe they called a foul on Hancock County as Kelsey Hodges came down with the board. Matthew, we really need to score here before this quarter runs out.
Yeah, we don't want to go into the fourth quarter down double digits, so a score here would be really big for the Cougars.
Kelsey Hodges fires for two and goes in, sinks it. We're down 9 with 15 seconds to go. Hancock brings it across. They're met by a swarm of Cougars, but unfortunately, they score anyhow.
4 seconds to score for the Cougars here as Haley Johnson drives in and is fouled with under a second left. And hopefully she can get us down by 9 here by knocking down 2 free throws. And that first free throw is good. Cougars down 26-36. With less than a second left in the third quarter. And the second free throw, it is good as well. So Cougars down by 9 going
No
into
fouls.
the fourth.
Don't foul here. Good. Fourth quarter will start shortly. Matthew, I've commented several times about the number of fans that are here at this game tonight. Breckinridge County has made a killing at this tournament, I would say. Several hundred people here tonight. McLean County traveled well. Hancock County had a shorter drive, and they traveled very well also. Big night for the cheerleaders. We talked about that in the 7th grade game. The cheerleaders normally don't travel. Most of the time when a team is away, then either the boys or the girls are playing at home, so the cheerleaders normally stay home. So I believe that this is their first road game of the year. So I know they had to be excited about that. They also did a pep rally at the middle school this afternoon for the ball team. So the cheerleaders have been at it just as long as the ball players have today. As we start the fourth quarter, both crowds are getting a little bit fired up now.
Let's not turn the ball over, have good possessions.
As the referee tried to made a fantastic defensive play against the Cougars.
That may have been an open three for Emily Hallam had the ref not been in the way.
The ref, unfortunately, was right in her path, and they call an offensive foul on Haley Johnson.
And the girl was running beside her. I don't know how that resulted in a charge, but I guess the ref saw it otherwise.
It must be getting hot in here. The Coach Howard has removed her sweatshirt. My son just stole my soft drink, so the temperature is rising here at Breckinridge County.
Cougars down 9.
5.5 to go in the fourth. Number 4 for Hancock County tries a three-pointer, misses. Rebounded by Hodges, thrown right to number 10 for the Hancock County. Another turnover. Number 23 drives, stole by Miller. Miller's going to go coast to coast. We'll see what happens. She makes the layup, cutting the lead to 7 with 5 minutes to go. Very aggressive play there by Sarah Miller. Aggressive and impressive.
I felt like she was hitting the back there by number 10 on the layup, too.
They were very close together going up. That is, to say the least, but fortunately for the Cougars, we got the 2 points. Hancock County's going to
take the ball out here with 4:56 left in the fourth. Cougars down 7.
get it.
Oh.
And sometimes I can't help myself.
You have to capitalize on plays like that, on lazy passes, and steal it.
And that should be Cougar ball.
Oh, that was off her foot. That should be possession arrow to the Cougars. And the other ref will come over to talk with him about it.
I think so.
And they changed the possession to the Cougars.
And you know, that's just good officiating, because that referee that called it at first did not have the best angle. Matthew and I did have a very good angle at it. And we said from the beginning that it should be our ball. And the other ref stepped in. They talked about it, and they did get the right call. You know, being a referee is a very, very difficult job.
Especially in a gym like this with all these passionate fans here.
And Emily Hallam with the three-banger for your Cougars.
Bringing the score to 4 points.
Get it.
And
32 fires up a three. Emily Hallam rebounds, jump ball.
It will be Hornet ball, but a way to cut at the deficit by the Cougars there in this fourth quarter.
That was wonderful as Hancock County called a timeout. But Matthew, back to that referee deal that we just had here a second ago, where the referees talked together and got the right call. That's just doing a good job. And this is a very solid team of officials tonight. I've never seen either one of these guys before. but they've done a great job. But how would you like to have a job where you come into and you know that no matter what happens, at least half the people are going to hate you.
Yeah, it's a hard job. And like in a call like that, they could have left it the same and they wouldn't have got the reaction that they did out of the Hornets. But they knew they had to make the right call.
And you know
as it rolled off the girl's foot.
And you could tell the Hornets are they know their basketball, because even when they did change the call, very few of their fans were upset about it because they knew they caught one. They knew they had a lucky break there, but once they got it right, they didn't really say a whole lot.
And like you were saying earlier, the Cougars could very well shoot their way back into the game.
They could,
and you know, after a couple of threes, they're back into the game. So good job there.
And in the 7th grade,
Lady Cougars.
During the 7th grade game, we were also talking about how it doesn't matter what the score is in this age group. There's never any quit, and I've never seen quit in this 7th or 8th grade team this year. So it doesn't matter if you're ahead by 20 or 30. As Kelsey Hodges,
that would have been 2 points. That's not a bad foul. Would have been 2 points had she not fouled there.
Yes.
But number 23 will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws instead.
Yeah, it was a guaranteed bunny, and she prevented that from happening, making her earn it from the stripe. It's a lot harder to hit 2 free throws. She saved us at least a point as she that first free throw rattles in and out.
Second free throw is up, and it's no good. It is good.
No, it did rattle in. Shooter's touch on that one. As the Cougars bring the ball across. Nice passing.
Another three. And
Emily Hallam, the bank is open for another three-banger. We're shooting our way right back into this thing. We are down by 2 points with 4 minutes to go as Hancock County brings it across. Floater off the glass, good.
And now we're just going shot for shot with Hancock County.
But you know, I'll trade threes for twos if they want to play that game with us, as we unfortunately turn the ball over.
And they're going to say that ball was out on Haley Johnson. I don't see how you don't call it a foul if she was hitting the back by number 23.
It was a little.
I mean, that's about as blatant as it gets, in my opinion, on a foul being called. Whenever she's pushed down in the back.
Hancock gets the ball inbounds, throws it, rifle pass down the court.
Hallam tips it, but it still gets to where it's meant to be.
As they shoot a three, long air ball. Lainey Colburn comes down with the rebound.
And here comes Johnson the other way with it. She gets the baseline, or she gets the sideline. She's going. And the layup is
coast
good.
to coast.
Coast to coast.
I mean, from one end to the other. And then, unfortunately, Sarah Miller fouls. But, you know, we talked earlier, a foul means you're playing defense, Matthew. If you don't have any fouls, there's probably a good chance you didn't do a whole lot.
Yeah.
As the McLean County Cougars take a timeout here, we are down by 2 points with 3 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the fourth period.
Very exciting game. Cougars down 2, and I told you before the game started it'd be a close game.
Yes. Yeah, this has become quite a rivalry here.
And there's going to be some bitterness from either side depending on who wins this game, as there always is when these two teams play.
And the cheerleaders for the McLean County Cougars have got this crowd fired up. They were yelling so loud, I thought they were.
I'm hearing it through the microphones.
Yeah, it's really getting loud. We have a sea of maroon over there. Everyone's into the game. The 6th graders that dressed for the 7th grade team, they're all standing, cheering. The exciting atmosphere. Tournament, it doesn't matter what age group you're watching or calling or playing, it's always exciting. 3 minutes to go here.
And the steal. Oh, and
near steal.
Unable to recover it.
Boy, number 10 has some handles, doesn't she?
And she puts it in for 2, bringing the Hornets up 4. And here comes Haley Johnson back the other way.
Emily Hallam.
And Hallam has it stolen.
And I'm guessing the Hornets coach during that last timeout or one of the timeouts said something that they needed to make sure someone was covering Emily Hallam because as soon as she touched the ball, they were on her.
Yeah, they swarmed her.
Yeah, like white on rice.
Oh, and they're going to call that out on McLean County.
And I would. As Cougars are down 4 with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left here.
We need a defensive stop
And
here.
Haley Johnson just snags the inbounds pass.
Big steal
She's
for
looking
her.
up. She's always got her eyes up if you've ever watched her dribble. And unfortunately, Sarah Miller saw the hole and
We're going to call a walk
yeah,
there.
her feet got the little happy feet there. But she knew what was coming and she just didn't get that ball down on the floor soon enough.
Unfortunate because she hit the
It
shot
did
after
go
the
in.
walk was called.
It did. As the Cougars bring, or I'm sorry, the
And Haley
Hornets bring,
Johnson with a steal. Here she comes the other way.
and she just needs to take this one all the way. Oh no!
Hallam for 3.
And
it's good.
three banger for Hallam.
As
That
the
cuts
Cougars
to
are down 1.
1 point. The McLean County fan base are standing up.
With 2 minutes left, Cougars down 41-40. This is exciting. Oh, that's a walk. You got to call that. You got to call that a walk.
Oh, Matthew.
I think she practically spun around on the opposite foot of what she was pivoting on.
Number 10 again. She is quite the ball player for Hancock County. I don't know her name.
And
Haley Johnson
with a rebound.
and when
Can
she
get out of there. Oh, and she has it stolen. And then turnover by the Hornets.
That was fortunate for the Cougars there.
As they had one player on the ground and no other defensive players around.
Now the Hornets
Should have
are
been an easy 2 points for the Hornets, but instead they turned the ball over.
Hornets are full court pressure. Miller comes across, breaks it on her own. Right wing. Throws across to Hodges. Hodges drives in, has it
stolen.
stripped,
And here comes one-on-one the other way.
and blocked.
They're going to call that block a foul. And that'll send number 23 for Hancock County to the line to shoot 2. This is a very fast-paced game.
It is. And I never knew the hardest part that I have for commentating is being a commentator, not a fan, because I want to yell right now.
Whenever I first joined the Sports Network last year, I tried not to be biased and give my opinion, but
Yeah,
about halfway through the season, I figured out that wasn't going to work.
well, I've been trying to stay quiet tonight with my opinion, and that
And both free throws are good. Hornets up 3 with 1.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Here comes Johnson the other way.
Hallam for 3.
tied up. It's
Little-
no good. Rebound by
Colburn,
Colburn.
Miller for 2.
No good
No
as
good.
well.
Stays with the McLean County Cougars, and I believe that might have been a little make-up call from down on the other end.
It was close. Both players were going for the ball there.
Hancock
It looks
County
like a
takes
timeout will be
timeout.
called. I'm getting really excited. I hope I'm not talking over you too much.
No, I love it. I have been getting some text messages from some folks back home, and some that are no longer at home, but they are enjoying the broadcast and they are listening to see what happens here at this game. We just had a McLean County Cougar cheerleader do flips from one end of the court all the way to the other. I don't know how she can walk back without being dizzy. Her name's Alexis. That was incredible. She does it just about every game, Matthew. I don't know if you watch or not, but
I've seen her do it a few times. I saw her do it once earlier during the 7th grade game.
and I wish I would have done a little bit more research before the game starts, but I know the middle school cheerleading team has experienced some great success this year in some of the competitions.
If I'm not mistaken, they won regionals or something.
I'm not
su-
sure. Yeah,
I think I saw that somewhere.
but they
There is a lot of them out there.
there's a lot to be proud of if you're from McLean County and McLean County Cougar. As Hallam gets the ball on top. from the corner. She's in the corner. Back out to Hodges. Hodges feeds Colburn. Colburn takes one dribble,
And she is
backs
fouled.
in. She was fouled with exactly 1 minute to go in the game.
Your Cougars are down 3, 40-43.
And we're not in the bonus yet either. Hancock County coach is not excited about that call. We get the ball inbounds. Johnson out top. She drives in. Unfortunately
she
loses
loses
it. There's
All
a
the
scrum
Cougars
on the
on the
floor.
ground.
I mean a scrum.
And they're going to call a foul on Haley as
Yes.
she's reaching for that ball.
She reached around over to the top of her.
You got to call that a jump ball earlier
Well,
before it gets to that point.
Yeah.
I mean, they were all tied up, and then just everyone jumped in on top of it. And it is the bonus, so number 4 for the Hornets will be going to the line to shoot one and one.
And I'm a little bit, I'm not sure. I haven't kept up with the fouls, but I'd say Haley Johnson has at least 3. I'm thinking I just saw Sydney Rice put up 4 fingers. So she may actually have 4.
Which at 50 seconds left in the game, you just got to play and not worry about that. And the free throw's no good.
Rebound by Miller.
And here comes Johnson with the
Johnson.
ball.
Hallam for
tied
3.
up. Oh, no good.
Back iron. Rebound to
Offensive
Colburn.
rebound.
Miller for 3. Off the glass. No good. 30 seconds. Hancock's got the ball. They're walking it across.
And a turnover. Oh, wow. They're going to call a foul there. So same player will go to the line to shoot 2. Or not 2, I'm sorry, 1 and a bonus.
They called a foul on Miller on a reach in there, which
I couldn't see because the scores table was in the way of where we're sitting.
you're going to foul in that situation anyway to try to get the ball back. But
Hopefully she misses the free throw and we can get down on the other end and make a big play on offense.
we've had some looks. Unfortunately, we just didn't connect. Both teams have played just about as hard as any 2 teams I've seen. Coach Howard and Coach Rice are instructing their players.
And 30 seconds left in the game for the championship as the Cougars are down 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many timeouts the Lady Cougars have, but, 30 seconds in basketball, especially as good as both of these teams are, 30 seconds is an eternity.
Now,
So
30 seconds can last a long time. And hopefully the Cougars are able to take care of the ball and make good and cause mistakes whenever they're on defense.
We're going to need a little help here from Hancock County from the free throw line as number 4 steps up.
Hopefully she misses this.
It's a one-on-one, 1-and-1.
And the free throw is up. And it's good. Making it a 2-possession game. And the second free throw is up. And it's no good.
Rebound to Johnson.
And here
She
she goes
drives
the
it.
other way.
We don't need a 3 here. We just need a score.
And she is fouled. They're not going to call a foul. They're going to call it poked out of bounds.
Cougars maintain possession.
23 seconds on the clock.
And Coach Shelby Howard calls timeout. She's going to draw up something here.
I have a feeling Hallam's going to shoot a 3.
Well, at this point of the game, we just need to score.
A 2 counts just as much as a 3 right now. Whenever
good.
you're down by 4.
Right.
You're just trying to get that first score so that you can get the ball back and
and put yourself in position
To
for
tie it
the
up.
next time. And there goes the cheerleader again with just a monumental amount of flips. I hope she stops. There she good. And I did get confirmation a while ago about the cheerleading team that they were region champs, first time ever for McLean County Middle School.
that's what I believe.
For congratulations to them, and thanks to David for sending me that information. But we're here getting ready to reset this thing. Cougars are going to be inbounding it underneath their basket. Down by 4 with 23.6 seconds to go. I'm guessing they're going to try to get something going towards the basket.
And I think
It looks like they're running their Indiana play.
And it looks
And
like
it is. Miller shoots for three, misses.
Oh, good.
Rebounded Hancock.
Get the ball back.
And they need to foul here, but we're unable to catch them to foul them. And
they're going to call a foul.
we finally do foul with 11.4 seconds to go, down by 4. And whether she makes one.
And the first free throw is up. And it's no good.
And Haley
Here
needs
goes
to go.
Haley Johnson the other
Go,
way.
Haley.
And they're going to call a double dribble.
So we need to steal this inbound pass as Hancock County calls a timeout.
There's a 30-second timeout here. He's probably just telling them, I don't know what he could be telling them. Just knock down their free throws.
He's gonna tell them to make sure you get the ball inbounds. He's also going to tell them if we foul and they miss a free throw, do not foul them on a three-point attempt. Because that would be the only way. That would be the only way that we could tie the game. So,
unless we're able to string this 8 seconds out over 2 possessions.
Right. Looks like they're going to run the exact same out of bounds play we just ran.
And
Emily,
Allen will foul with less than 2 seconds left on the clock.
And that'll do it for the Cougars. They're going to finish the regular season 17-1, winning the regular season GRVC. Unfortunately, coming up short
to Hancock County in the championship game.
In this one. And I've always said it. I've said it over and over and over. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. I don't know if we went to Hancock County's place and played them or not. But anyway, 2 evenly matched teams. Unfortunately for the Cougars, they came up just a little bit short tonight. Congratulations to the Hancock County Hornets. They played a whale of a ball game.
And for some of these 8th graders, they'll continue on to play on the JV team and maybe even dress varsity for the high school team.
Yes, I know.
For the rest of this season.
I know they get to go. I know they like to. They're going to go on up to the high school and play. And sometimes getting beats hard, but it's going to make them hungry. They're going to be hungry. They're going to remember what this felt like, and they're going to try to do whatever they can to not let it happen again. So yeah. I know there's great things in their future. They're going to sit down and watch the Hancock County team cut down the nets, and then I believe that the 7th grade girls are going to get to cut down the other net. They didn't let the 7th grade team cut down their net. Right after the game. But we're going to go ahead and sign off for tonight. And Matthew, I appreciate you calling the game and all you've done for the McLean County Sports Network.
And we'll be back with high school games Friday against Ohio County. It's a home game, and it's a boys and girls. It'll be a big district game for the Cougars.
And tell the viewers where they can, though they probably already know, but if they might want to tell their friends, McLean County.
There will be visual for that game.
Okay.
There will be visual for that
All
game.
right. And as our girls get the trophy, they're getting ready to cut down the nets, and we're going to sign off here. And I enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you all next time.